Alright guys, so you know one of the first modifications I'm going to do on the Jeep is going to be lighting. I put pillar lights, or ditch lights as some people call them, on pretty much every vehicle I have, especially the Jeeps. These are the Baja Designs XL80 lights, and this is a combo beam. It has a spot beam on top, flood beam on bottom. Other lights that you probably see me review, like the LP series and the Rigid series, had the side shooter lights or the side marker lights. These do not, but I have these kind of tilted out just a little bit so that the light kind of shines at an angle, and the flood pattern does really well. You'll see here in just a second. We'll get some night shots, but I've been really pleased with these lights so far. They are extremely bright. I have these mounted on the same setup that I've used on previous Jeeps. It's basically a spacer there, and it's just enough to keep the mounting bracket off of the paint. I actually did have to put a washer under this to give it a little more space, because the bracket was a little wider on this light because of the size, and so it kind of got close to the paint. But as you can see, we got some good clearance there now. This is a beefier light than, say, the Rigid that I had on my last Gladiator, and with that comes extra weight and beefier mounting points. So this has two large screws that go in on both sides. Definitely a very sturdy setup. One of the things I like about the Baja Designs is that you can change the lens out. I've been debating on whether I wanted to go with an amber lens or not. I actually had a set of amber Squadron Pros on here before the XL80s. I liked the color, but I didn't like the light. It just didn't have enough light output for me. So I got these off Amazon, and so we'll say, why didn't you buy the amber lights to begin with? These, for some reason, were on an Amazon sale, and the amber ones were not. But you can buy just the amber lenses to replace those, I think, for maybe 20 bucks a piece from Baja Designs. So I may do that. I did like the amber look, and I like the way the amber looked in contrast with the gray, even when you didn't have the lights on. So we'll see how that goes. But so far I've been very pleased with these. These have a ton of light output. These are just right under 10,000 lumens, I believe, and you can definitely tell. So we're going to get out and get some night shots here in just a second. So just for comparison, we're not trying to compare the Baja Designs to the stock headlights, but just so you can see some contrast here. These are the stock halogen low beams on right now. So that's the level of brightness we're at there. So I'm going to turn those off, and these are going to be just the Baja Designs XL80s. So it's quite a bit of difference there. You can see the light goes up into the trees quite a bit, and of course it always looks better in person than it does on camera. But those trees in the back there are probably 150 yards from where we are right now, so you get a lot of usable light, and this is just an open space here, so it's kind of hard to tell exactly what this would light up on a trail or something like that. So we'll get some night shots going down like some roads or something, so you can see what it looks like there. So nothing else on but the Baja Designs lights. That's what it looks like. So you can tell the light goes up quite a bit, and then you can kind of see out to the side kind of where the cutoff is. Now that's kind of the main cutoff right in here, but there's some bleed that actually comes back here. If you can see my hand, it's dark there, and it starts to lighten up just a little bit as you move forward. So even though there are no side lights, the light does come across. So a lot of people will comment on these videos about the fact that the light bleeds onto the hood and that these are not ideal. You should mount them on the bumper, and I agree with all that. You should mount them on the bumper, but I don't want to mount them on the bumper. I have the stock bumper. I like this setup, and even though I have a little bit of light bleed, I'm definitely not in need of light, even though it does cast a shadow on the ground, as you can see. The fog lights do fill that in a little bit for you. Obviously, it's not going to be as bright as the Baja Designs, and so you're always going to have a shadow where the Jeep is because you've got the light that's hitting the hood. But that's okay. One of these days I may get a bumper. an aftermarket bumper and may put some lights on there or a light bar or something like that. But until then, what I'm trying to do mostly is light up what's in front of me, light up the sides a little bit in case deer or something like that runs out. But the Baja Designs XL80s, definitely a bright light. And here's kind of a driving shot of the Baja Designs. This is no headlights, no nothing. This is just the XL80s. So those are the XL80 combo pattern. So hope this video helped you. If you're interested in these kind of lights, you can see what they look like on a Jeep. I think I said this in another video, but if you're interested in those mounting spacers there, I don't think they actually make those anymore. I believe they're from Ace Engineering, and they don't make them anymore. And hopefully it's not because they're not sturdy enough, and so hopefully my lights won't fall off. So stay tuned for more stuff on the Jeep.